we just got a brief on John's fantasy of having a robot butler named Alfred with a British accent, which we got to somehow from Apple Autocorrect.
We got there. We made a few hops, but we got there.
It's a rather meandering show today, but quite a bit of fun. It's something that could have just lasted for 30 seconds, but somehow we managed to spin it into 10 minutes of, well, find out.
We almost thought we were done at 6 minutes, but then John pulled us out.
Yeah. He really, really wanted to tell us about Alfred.
Go. I guess I should bring you guys in.
Yes. Before we start, I'm going to get this out of the way because we had a bit of a wait last time. Thank you so much to all our subscribers. We love you from the very bottoms of our hearts. Mike has been on the memes, and I don't think I like it. I'm not sure I approve.
That was good. That was actually right on brand. Like, it couldn't have gone better. Really, my God.
Genuinely, thank you so much, everybody, for subscribing. We really appreciate it. Don't we, Mike? Don't we, John?
We do. Yes.
We love it.
And if you're listening to the audio, you really should come to YouTube and check out the video, like and subscribe while you're there to see the memes.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah.
There is.
We won't describe it on purpose.
I don't want to try and describe this. There's like demon seagulls.
It's a seagull. No, it's a hyper seagull. Anyway, what are we talking about, you guys?
Today we're looking at Apple's venture into artificial intelligence.
Breaking news.
No, we're not.
Well, autocorrect is artificial intelligence, isn't it?
Breaking news. What the duck is no more. Apple will stop autocorrecting your favorite fucking swear word.
Oh, ducking swear word, John.
How many?
Sorry.
Ducking.
Oh, that's from NPR. Love those guys.
A friend of mine, hi Bruce, if you're watching, he always writes out duck now.
Wow.
And it's one of his favorite little jokes because from the age of the Nokia 3310, he was typing out fuck and getting it all changed to duck. Yeah. So that's my story.
It is a weird.
Great show, guys.
But that's it. See you guys tomorrow. I do think it's a weird weird feature from back then where obviously we're typing fuck, right? Like, it's fairly obvious. When I'm saying like what the fuck, I'm not saying what the duck. Like, that wasn't my intention, and I don't think it's the hundreds of millions of other English speakers' intentions to say what the duck. So
you know what this is? This is censorship. This is client-side scanning, and
but it is censorship
because it doesn't autocorrect fun to done. Clearly, it can hear what the F is.
It is censoring. It is censoring that word like some Christian lobbyists pushed them back in the day, and then they just kept it as legacy because everyone like kind of enjoyed it in a weird.
I suppose. I don't know. Maybe they.
I'm not a fan.
No, okay. I'm not. I mean, I'm a fan because it was funny, but it kind of.
But sucks. It wasn't like, yes, it is funny. What the duck, you guys? But like, at the same time, I do think that Apple shouldn't fucking meddle with my words.
I have a question.
Like, it's not an autocorrection; it's an auto censor. Yeah.
Do you know if Apple's devices, or not just Apple, because other people did this, did they suffer from the Scunthorpe problem?
What's that?
Have you heard of the Scunthorpe problem? No. There is a place in the UK called Scunthorpe, and it is has frequently. It has a Wikipedia page called.
So why would we know about this, Peter? Why would you assume that we've ever heard of a place that's not in the US?
Okay. Yeah. No. Fair point. You probably haven't heard about it specifically because it's nothing to do with the US. But Scunthorpe is frequently censored as a town because it's spelled Scunthorpe, and it's got a word in there it's a bit naughty.
It's the big Australian word.
Is the word Thorpe?
Yeah. Yes, it's Thorpe historically has meant some terrible things in certain parts of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, I see now. I get it. But that's interesting.
If you go to the Scunthorpe problem, so it's not just with Scunth this.
Sure. It's just
exactly,
bad words inside of larger words.
Yeah. Got it.
Huh. Are you being genuine, Mike?
What?
When we do get to 1,000 subscribers, I don't want our first strike to be because of this video, Mike. So
is that worse than what? Okay, so I use Android, and I don't know how the voice to text translation works if you're using the keyboard. So I use the Microsoft SwiftKey keyboard on my Android. And I don't know if they have their own voice to text or if they kind of piggyback on Google's voice to text. But I have noticed that if I swear into the voice to text, it'll actually put asterisks in for the word and just replace it all together.
That sounds like Microsoft. So Microsoft does have really good speech to text. And I only know this because I was playing around with it with a friend who may or may not be watching this episode. Shout out if you are.
To mysterious friend.
No, it's my friend Maddie, and he's in the Discord and everything.
Where does he live?
He lives in B, and he works as a B.
So John has a friend named Maddie.
Yeah, I'm adding this to the dossier.
You want to know the best part?
What?
It's not his real name. So
dun dun dun.
That's what you would say.
And it's actually true, or is it?
Anyway, or is it?
So my point is that we're playing around, and the speech to text from Microsoft's Azure products, I forget what it's called, but it has some weird Microsoft name. It's so good, you guys. It's scarily good. So it's very possible that Microsoft sends that over to their cloud and kind of circumvents Google's 0.0001 cent charge per cost.
This whole thing is giving me hives because I'm thinking about the privacy aspects of it, but carry on.
Right, but their speech to text is better than Apple's, they being Google and Microsoft. It is better than Apple because they send it to their cloud.
Mm-hmm. So
and use the data you speak to train it further.
What's the privacy policy on Microsoft SwiftKey? I'd love to see it.
Let me look it up while we're sitting here, and I'll read it out to you. So we don't have to make this a long episode, but the reason I mentioned at the beginning, I mentioned this being Apple's AI story is I think it maybe was on the story that Peter and I recorded yesterday for last Friday about they were talking about the Apple keynote and how they notably didn't talk about any AI efforts, and the author said, they could focus their AI in other areas, and I think I even said autocorrect or something.
Yeah.
So this is Apple's AI initiative.
Yeah. They're going back to the drawing board, solving those age-old problems. John's gone completely quiet.
Oh, sorry. I was just testing.
I thought we were done. That's usually the
No, we're definitely not done. Definitely not done. So I have the vanilla Google keyboard because I'm not a fucking nerd. And I tested it, and I use that word a lot. So Google actually autocorrects me and gives me multiple options of fuck. So if I type FUK, it gives me the correction. And if I type FUC, it says, do you want to finish that with fuck or fucked? Past tense. So, and then if I, do the Google speech.
And what if you start to type Scunthorpe?
Does it get
fuck?
Does it asterisk it out? No, it's not. I guess that's what you're saying.
All right, let's all test our voice to text here.
So
real time.
I don't use it at all. I'm not a big speak to. The only way I do it is with the assistant, and even that I want to do away with. I want my own assistant. I want to name my assistant Alfred, and I want Alfred to have an old man British voice.
I'm so bad with the soft keyboard. I use voice to text
such a
because
boomer. Holy shit.
I cannot type on a fucking
That's
phone
insane.
keyboard.
I thought you'd be like, because like I'm out running, or like I'm driving, or like, but like no, you're probably just sitting on the couch and you're like, best restaurants in my area at 2 a.m.
Exactly.
It's 2 really
2 p.m. John. Nobody's awake at 2 a.m. We eat breakfast. We eat dinner at 4 p.m.
All right.
So I have to look at the directions in Google Map, take a screenshot, send it to my computer so I can print it out, and then I tape it to my dashboard so I can drive to the restaurant. Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. That's a classic. That's a classic. Yeah, I got the directions printed out right here. It's like, fucking what?
You don't use MapQuest.
MapQuest.
You'd upgraded.
Yeah, so shit, there was something else I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, Alfred. So I want Alfred.
You're still going on about that. Okay.
I want my assistant. Like I want it like at home, locally only. And like when I say like, "Hey Alfred," it'll be like, "Yes sir." Like
yes sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, actually, wait. Sorry, I want to hear more of your impression of British accents.
Oh, I'll be like, because I've automated my kettle, right? I have a little switch bot, and it's on my kettle, so it turns my kettle on when I'm at my desk. And
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
So like, if I say like, "Hey Alfred, turn my kettle on," Alfred will be like, "Right away, sir." Or like, "Oh, I was having some tea, are we, sir?" And I'll be like, "No, coffee." "Oh, okay, sir." like that. Yeah.
I love it more.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
Be really fun. All right.
All right.
Good show.
Thanks.